Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel once again. This is actually going to be a double upload. I mean, hopefully I get this up. But I just wanted to talk real quick again about the most recent hotfix balance change they actually did for this game. And surprise, surprise, Gambit was on the list of characters. I'm going to be honest, I don't think those changes were actually even that crazy for him. I was expecting a lot more. I mean... So basically, Gambit is 250. He's gonna have less health. This little damage boost thing, instead of 15%, it'll deal 10%. Yeah. So on the surface, be like, oh, they're nerfing Gambit. Wow, that's actually pretty good. He's been dominant the whole time. He's literally pick or ban. It's crazy. Those changes quite literally do not solve his biggest problem. His biggest problem, I think it's very obvious to say that it is his ultimate. If my game wants to function with me. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why my game is stuttering so much. But yeah, I think this ult is crazy. Like, I don't need to say, I don't need to explain to you what this ult is. If you play the game, you know what it is. You know what it is. Speed boost, damage boost, it heals, explosives, it's crazy. Now, this is actually what I wanted to make this video about, and I think they could have done a lot better with this character in terms of the nerfing. Now, like I said, the ult is the biggest problem, and that's what I want to talk about. How I would nerf his ult, though, however, is very tricky because this character, I feel like if they don't nerf him properly, he's going to end up in a Human Torch situation where they just nerfed his entire kit that it is probably going to be impossible to bring him to like a hero that's just like playable. Human Torch got nerfed incredibly hard and he's literally unplayable. Like, they tried buffing him again, but like you never see him anymore. He's just horrible. He's horrible, right? Compared to when he was like in his prime. That's where I feel like they're kind of leading with Gambit. I feel like they're just nerfing the part of his kit that doesn't even matter that much. Oh, that reminds me. Instead of nerfing like his damage boost, which I mean no one's really complaining about, how about we nerf this move, the spin that he can travel across the planet at like light speed. He goes super far. The cooldown is not even that like crazy. To be honest, because he can technically do it like multiple times, and it also heals and damages. So yeah, I was hoping that they would at least acknowledge the fact that his ultimate or even his mobility is crazy. Like, this is just absurd, right? So I think that's one of the things I would like to focus on. I think they should have just nerfed his mobility as one of the things. I don't care that he's 275. I mean, like, yeah, it does help. You can technically kill him like more now. He might be more easier to deal with, but you're still gonna ult Gambit Never Folds, and you're still gonna get like run down. You're gonna explode, right? It's just insane. Now, the concept of this ult itself is not even bad. I do like the idea of this ultimate. Like, you enable your team to go into fight and just wreck everything, right? On paper, it sounds really cool. However, it's just way too overtuned that to the point that you literally just have to pick them because, for one, like I've been demonstrating, you get the jump boost, the speed boost, you get the explosive cards, the explosives that deal like bonus damage. You're just super fast, and then at the end they even explode. So, with that being said, let me turn on this. Okay, there we go. Oh, yep, there we go. Like, instead of me being able to jump super high, like, how high do I jump? Okay, practically, instead of like right there, how about I can jump like, I don't know, like right here. Wow, that's kind of the same, but like a little less than like me practically reaching that. You know what I'm saying? The jump distance would probably be like increased because like, oh yeah, I'm trying to shoot you, but I can't because imagine seeing 5 people coming at you full speed, jumping around at like pretty fast. Like, they do move pretty fast and they jump pretty high. And imagine with all like the clutter in this game, it's not easy to kill anyone in this ult. You can do it, but it's gonna be hard. Okay, definitely really difficult. Next thing about his ult, they did nerf the healing. Like, I don't remember, like, I think it was a while ago. I don't know what season, but I feel like they did nerf the healing a little bit. Honestly, it could probably be like a rocket situation where instead of the healing, it just gives you like shields. You just get like a burst of shields, like over health. Depending on how much you have, it should just be universal. Like, I don't know how much shields you would get. I don't know how much rock it gives you, but I don't think you should heal over time with this ult, especially with how, if they want to leave to more the offensive playstyle with this ult, which is fine. I do like it, but it is like ridiculous that I can do this much damage. I can jump around, I can move really fast, and I'm also healing, right? But yeah, that's what I think they should do with this ultimate. I think the healing either needs to be converted to like some type of like shield like Rocket has, or just take it out completely. The jump distance or the jump distance or like the speed actually has to be increased. I don't know what they can do about the damage, because that's the thing with the ultimate. You can't like just delete him from the game, because then we're gonna have another Human Torch situation, and then you're gonna struggle to just find ways to make him viable again. And Torch is still not viable at all. Like, you never see him get played. He just gets shut down by so many things in this game, right? So I think the direction they're going with Gambit is like not even that good. Like, I feel like the balance team just needs to actually consider like who, like the at least he's like the high elo players or even some pro players. I definitely think the patch that they did is not even necessarily bad. It's not bad because, you know, it could have been worse. I'm gonna be honest. The hotfix patch that they released has actually been more leaning into the right direction compared to other patches, but it's still not as impactful as we thought it would be. I mean, you could obviously make the argument that it's a mid-season patch, but the problem is how many more patches do we have to wait until they actually comprehend what's overpowered? Because, you know, he's been out since Season 5, and now we're almost Season 7. So, I mean, you know, it's gonna get pretty boring of just the same thing over and over. And imagine in Season 7 if they don't actually address this character. Like, it's just gonna be the same thing for another, like, 2 months. And people are definitely gonna, you know, complain more, and people are probably not even gonna quit, and that's okay, because it's not really fair that, you know, so many characters in this role are just absolutely awful, and meanwhile Gambit is just still good. And the thing is, I really like Gambit. I do like playing Gambit. You can even see my little kill icon. I have him Centurion. I really do like this character. I really like how he was designed, but he's just so overly tuned. He has so many things, and I just feel like they have to actually address him the right way. Like, see how I practically reach that. I should probably like just reach like right there, more or less. So I think this ult is the biggest thing. Once they nerf this ult the right way, I think this character will actually be much more tolerable. But they're probably going to nerf him again the next season. Probably. I don't want to get my hopes up until I actually see it, because, you know, they've had multiple chances to see where, okay, this character is picked a lot and he's also banned a lot. He's banned every game, and if you don't ban him, he's practically played because he just has so much value. And, you know, I just think they need to work on that. Then that's like the biggest thing I have with this game. This game on its own is like a good game. You know, I think the Marvel IP definitely helps it, but, you know, this game is, I do enjoy this game, but I like the balancing is kind of just my biggest issue with it. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have said that the balancing is just like all over the place. Like, it's really hard to tell how they, like, on what basis they're balancing it, because it can't be fun. Because I promise you, no one in competitive is so happy to just hear Gambit Never Folds and then like have a Loki copy. Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, and have like a Loki just copy him, and then it's just like you lose the game unless you ban it, right? And, you know, that's not even going into the territory of triple support. That's just talking about Gambit himself. Like, I do like this character. This character is super cool. I do like his playstyle. I do like being aggressive. I do like his ult-in concept. It's really cool. It's actually one of the more unique support ultimates where you actually want to engage. Because I'm not gonna lie, some people don't even engage with his ultimate, and it's still this broken. People are actually like scared to engage with this ult, with depending on how, like, even though it's like super strong, which is kind of the funniest thing about this character. He is really strong, but you could obviously just count that as just teammates or whatever, just like, you know, unlucky games, whatever. And that's also another thing. This matchmaking is honestly, everyone has said it, it's just so random, it's horrible. And it is random. Oh, that was loud. It is random because like there'll be days where I'm playing and then I won't even get rolled or be like, I mean, I'll probably be dominating, but the games themselves won't even be like 100% one-sided. It'll be like a pretty more or less even fight, right? Like for the most part, they'll be like pretty like competitive, and that's like, I think that's a good thing. But on the other hand, you'll just have just the most random matches of all time. Like the match quality is just really bad. But that's not really pertaining to Gambit. That's just kind of my opinion. But I seriously think the main thing they need to focus about on Gambit is his ult. This ult is way too strong. This is like the biggest problem with him. Everything else is more or less the same. Oh, and I guess his mobility is just absolutely insane. Like imagine trying to dive him and then he just, like, what do you do against that? It's kind of ridiculous. For his mobility, I don't even know what they could nerf about it. Probably how far he goes. Let's see how far he actually goes. We're at the 30-meter mark. Let's see. Okay, basically, what's that? That's 15 meters. Yeah, sorry, I have to count. But basically, that's like 15 meters. And that's quite literally ridiculous. So, that's pretty insane. So, instead of like maybe 15 meters with his ultimate, you could probably like go to like 10. Like, this right here is fine. Is that his base? Well, his base is almost like 10. So, maybe just decrease his base to like 5. And then have his range one be like 10. Or like more or less like right here. I think that'd be like much more fair. Because if I'm like, if I'm doing him, and then guess what? Oh, I'm just across the planet. You know, it makes quite literally no sense how he's able to do this. And sometimes he even goes farther than 15. It's not exactly 15. I might be even wrong in my math. Let me see. Yeah, it's not even exactly 15. This is like, it looks like it's 17. 16, 17? I don't know. But yeah, I think this dash needs to be reduced a lot. The distance, okay, well now it's like 15. Yeah, this dash is so inconsistent. I don't know if I don't think I'm using it wrong. Oh. Yeah, what? Okay, so now it's 17. Okay, but yeah, I think the point is that the dash needs to be reduced in the distance it travels, and I think that's about it. I mean, the speed itself is, I don't even think it's that bad. I don't know, like, I just think the distance itself is kind of incredible because, like I said, imagine you're poking, you get dope. Like, you cannot track that. That might have to do with the speed as well. But yeah, this needs to be adjusted. The dash. I don't think the cooldown needs to be reduced because if you do use all of the cooldowns on the dash, it is pretty long. It's like 10 seconds, I think, which I think is fine. But I just think the distance needs to be adjusted. The ult. His jump height or the speed needs to be at least reduced by a little bit. I don't think it should heal. If it's not going to heal, it can be some type of rocket thing where it just gives you shields or just doesn't even heal at all. You just have like, or they could do something interesting where you take reduced damage as your ulting, right? I think that would be pretty interesting. Like, oh, instead of it actually healing, you just take reduced damage. Like the cards are like a kind of like a little shield that they protect you. And maybe if like they shoot you a bunch of times, the card explodes and then they ult over. I don't know. I'm just tossing out ideas. But yeah, I feel like the direction they're going with this character in terms of nerfs needs to be improved. I don't really enjoy how they're kind of just nerfing everything but his ultimate, because I think they're scared about nerfing his ultimate due to the fact every other support, at least the main supports like Stu, Loki, Luna. Well, Luna's kind of sort of okay now. Cloak and Dagger, Rocket, even Mantis, like those characters just have insane just ultimates that if they nerfed his ultimate, he's probably going to end up like another Ultron or something, which they don't want to avoid, or which they want to avoid. But if that's the case, you can just nerf all the ultimates in the game. Like, it doesn't necessarily only have to be Gambits. You can nerf all of them and that'll be fine. Hell, you don't even have to nerf all the supports. Just nerf every ult in the game to make it more fair. Because you hear a lot of complaints how this game is just a lot of ults just getting spammed over and over, especially when you get to the higher elo, and that's a little bit true. Like, you just wait for an ult to happen, and then if you don't have one, you kind of just lose. So if your team has a better ult, you better pray, because if they don't use it correctly, turn off your game. But yeah, this was kind of like a short little ramble that I wanted to say. I think this character desperately needs to be geared into the right direction. They cannot continue just nerfing his like miscellaneous stuff that doesn't even pertain to his like actual issue. Like I don't want them to all of a sudden just nerf his ammo instead of like 21. It's like what would it be, like 15? Like I don't, that would not change. I mean, yeah, you would have to reload more, but that's not going to change the fact that he just ults and then he runs your team down, right? They nerfed his, I think they also nerfed the little bounce. Like this is, oh my god, my game. Yeah, okay, yeah, the optimization needs help. But yeah, I think that this is like not even, well, it is crazy. Like this character has everything, but I feel like if he just nerfed the ult, it'd be a step in the right direction. Because this ult should literally not be like a win. Like every time you just ult, it's a win condition, or you just win, and that's it. But anyway, I feel like I'm just rambling here. I just wanted to make this quick in quotations. But I feel like for the future, Nutties, if you're watching, main thing that this character needs. His mobility needs to be adjusted. He should probably travel less distance. His ult desperately needs change, whether it be how fast they move in the ult, how high they jump, whether it should give them healing or not, give them like some type of shield or even like some type of damage reduction with the cards, something like that. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. If you have any ideas how they could actually change his ultimate to be more fair and balanced, let me know. If you did agree with anything I said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.